listening to the Daily Yogi podcast. Every weekday, I'll share timeless yogi wisdom in bite-sized relatable lessons you can apply immediately to help you expand your perspective on life. The invitation sat on Howard Thurman's desk like a challenge. The boss boycott needed voices, bodies, leadership. His former student Martin Luther King Jr. was calling. Thurman could be there in 2 days, standing with MLK, adding his voice to the chorus demanding justice, but he folded the letter and placed it in his drawer. Others took to the streets. He turned inward, into silence, into the chapel where he spent hours each morning listening for what he called the sound of the genuine, that inner voice beneath all the noise. His colleagues couldn't understand it. Some called it cowardice, others whispered about his retreat from the real work of justice. But Thurman had learned something they hadn't. The most powerful revolutions begin in silence. Every morning, he sat in stillness until answers emerged from within, strategic preparation for a different kind of leadership. From this silence came his writings, his teachings about inner transformation, preparing souls for outer change. Martin Luther King Jr. himself carried Thurman's book, Jesus and the Disinherited, everywhere he went. In jail cells, on buses, through sleepless nights when the weight of a movement pressed against his shoulders. The words that sustained America's greatest civil rights leader came from a man who chose the chapel over the march. As Yogi Ramacharaka taught, when we learn to trust the Spirit, it responds by sending us more frequent flashes of illumination. Thurman trusted that inner guidance completely. He knew that lasting solutions couldn't be forced through external effort alone. They had to emerge from that warm, living source within. This is the path few choose because it demands the hardest discipline of all. Many people can organize and protest, but way fewer can sit in silence and listen. Fewer still trust that answers already exist, waiting in that silence. Thurman lit fires that still burn. His flame passed from teacher to student, soul to soul, burning quietly in hearts long after the crowds went home. While others carried signs, his teachings carried the souls who carried the signs. If this episode gave you something to think about, please leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. On Apple Podcasts, go to the show homepage, scroll down to the rating sections, then tap Write Review. On Spotify, go to the show homepage, tap the 3 dots, select Rate Show, and choose your stars. Reviews signal to the algorithm that this podcast is worth promoting and help new listeners discover the show. Thank you. Your support means a lot and goes a long way. And as always, take this reflection into the silence, and I'll see you next time.